Yeah, definitely.
It's worked out for it. I mean, despite controversies, it never lets anything weigh him down.
That's right.
We talked about the Deflategate scandal at the start of the season.
4-game ban.
4 games.
Yeah. So
who's smiling now?
Okay, so how can Russia actually come back from all the troubles they're in? Well, the way it is now, they'll definitely miss the World Championship coming up in London because they'll remain suspended till November. And there's so many stories because the WADA will have to clear them first. And the issue is another thing is that sometimes when testers get to where the athletes are training in Russia, in the way you have the military facilities and all that, they don't allow them in. And of course, most of the samples, they don't actually allow them to take samples out of Russia, to other countries to test them. So, but for athletes, that want to compete and all that, not under Russia flag, but neutral, like they did at the Olympics. About 35 of them have actually, applied, and so they're likely to be at the World Championship, but not under the flag, Russia. So I think that's a bit difficult for most of the athletes.
Austin, I said at the start of the show that this has been a very, it's been a long saga. I mean, the first got banned in 2015, and that's RUSAF, that's the Russia Athletics Federation. The first got banned in 2015, and now it's 2017, and it's not looking likely that we're close to any form of resolution. According to the IAF, WADA is very unlikely to reinstate Russia until November before they can declare them compliant with the WADA code, and that's a long time from now, and it's not looking good for them.
And November comes is likely to say, okay, well, wait till March, final documentation.
I mean,
you know what I see here? Each time I listen to these IAAF officials, particularly those monitoring Russia, they are not seeing Russia coming out with open hands that are clean. They're still saying, if we dig a little further, we will find more.
There's still doubts.
There's doubts. That's the word. So they're saying we should use Russia as an example, particularly for those guys that think that they can start, hiding things now. We are coming. That's what they're saying.
That's the way it is. That's why Anderson, the head of the IAAF task force, is saying that they have to bring out the list of what Russia have to do before WADA can actually lift that, and then they can also compete. Another controversial issue that they're trying to bring is the fact that when you have athletes wanting to leave their country, that's more like naturalizing for other countries. That's something they're also looking at. We'll listen to Anderson and also Sebastian Coe.
The roadmap that I outlined here now and to the Council earlier on clearly states that there will be no reinstatement until RUSADA is functioning. And there was one milestone in May where they will start conducting testing, and there will be, presumably, if everything goes in accordance with the plan, be a full reinstatement by November 2017, which means that Russia as a nation, or RUSAF, is not recommended by us to be reinstated until that time. Now, the participation from Russian athletes is a different issue, because since June of last year, there has been a possibility for athletes to apply for eligibility to participate in international competitions. That still stands, and Russian athletes will be able to apply for such participation. The task force considered it will be able to recommend conditional reinstatement of RUSAF to IAAF membership if and when the following milestones are met. The outstanding verification criteria must have been satisfied and must continue to be satisfied moving forward. The testing of Russian athletes must take place without any further adverse incidents or difficulties. RUSAF must explain how, moving forward, it will be able to enforce all suspensions imposed on athletes and athlete support personnel under its jurisdiction in an effective and timely fashion.
Every waking hours that these guys are focused on this, they are trying, meter by meter, to get to a situation where we get Russian athletes back from clean, secure systems into international competition. Yes, I think there have been some subtle shifts, and I think there is a recognition that this is clearly has been a very disfiguring episode in Russian sport.